What to do, everybody? Make sure my mic live, camera live, charts live. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to another live. The markets are open, and it is important right now because if you want to pass your Topstep combine, build consistency, and start seeing the real results, the time to act is in this moment. While the market is moving, not later when you're just watching. I'm Roderick, head trader of MTF, that's Max Trading Family, where I teach and help traders to pass their combines fast, trade better and more consistently, and grow together into profitable traders. Tonight, I'll be trading on my practice account. I might help on my combine since I'm halfway through. We'll go over that after this. Forward test the exact strategy I use to pass the Topstep combines fast in just 2 days, taking only 2 trades. The full breakdown is linked in the second link in the description if you want to look more into the strategy. If you're new to trading, don't worry, I got something for you too. My 0 to 1 trading guide will help you place your first trade and actually understand it. During this live, I'll share my entries, stop loss, and thought process as I trade, so you can see exactly how I read the charts, manage risk, and execute, most importantly. So here's what to do next. Stay focused, breathe, and remember to take your time and watch carefully. One good trade at a time is all it takes. Profits are in your patience, and if you want more on hands-on guide, join the community through the first link in the description to trade live with me and the crew, ask questions, and level up faster. Nothing here is financial advice. I'm simply sharing my trades and my thought process. You're responsible for your own trades and your risk. Let's dive in. Let's do it. As I said a little bit, I might be trading on my combine account. Let me see. So everybody who's like, I make those bold claims that pass my Topstep combines in 2 trades in 2 days. As you see, I'm switching over. Let me make sure you can actually see. This is my combine account. You can't see. How can I show this? Maybe if I show my calendar. See if that shows anything. Able to see that? Well, as you see there, that's 1 trade I've taken, and it just says 5 because I scaled in as I traded that trade. And then you know how Topstep goes. It's really 1 trade, but I like to mess with it a little bit. Scale down. Can I? See, I don't like that how it shows 5 trades, but it's really just 5 entries on the same trade. I just kept clicking buy instead of just 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts. Or how many contracts ever got up to that? But that is just me showing on my combine. I don't know if I could show them. That's a valid combine. Either way, I'm halfway in the combine, as you see. I mean, believe it or believe it or not, I do this. First things first, before we get started, I want to go over this morning's trade. Now, this morning was a little kick in the face and a reminder that patience is key in this game. Market's not doing anything, so while that's doing that, let me go ahead and walk through this morning's trade that I took with the crew there. Just around. Okay, so little refresh of the strategy. Step 1, new higher, lower lows created. Step 2, a pullback to the 13 EMA. Step 3, a wick off the 13 EMA, and as soon as I get that candle to close, I enter at break of candle. Now, market open, and I trade from 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whenever I'm done, I'm usually 1 and done, or to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So about 90 minutes I'm on the charts at most. So this is, I'll go back a little bit. So boom, that vertical line I just drawn up there was my 9:29 candle. So that next candle will be at 9:30. That's when it's go time. So as soon as price started opening up here, boom, before we even opened, step 1, a new higher high was created. We broke this high here. We started to push up. Now, I'm a momentum trader, and gold was shooting up crazy well before this. I didn't really look at the downside of, okay, market's opening, maybe we're a little extended, overbought. I didn't look at that. I said, okay, let's see if we can catch them a little bit of continuation. So price pulled back to the 13 EMA at 9:29. I can't take a trade. I'm strict on 9:30 is when I start taking my trades. So at 9:30, we're still valid. We're respecting. We retested these 13 EMA, which is that white line right there, and we started to push up. Now at this very moment, I am looking for break of candle. So my entry is there. Stop loss is clean under this under this wick here. So stop loss was 3.1 points. And then my take profit, I go for 7.5, 7.6, somewhere around there. I go for it. It's about 151 after fees and everything. But as you see, we pushed up. Price slowed down after my entry. We got to 1.9 points total. And we quickly reverse. Now, it is what it was. It was what it was. Is what it is. It was a perfect trade to me. I'm okay with that. I can walk away. So I was done on my funded. On my funded for the month of December, I'm one trade no matter what, win or lose. Now this one was a little. As soon as market opened, I'm in. I lost quick. I'm at this point. Me and the guys are chilling in the community. Why not start a combine? I got a little bit of time to, a lot of time to kill actually at that point. So open up a combine. But this is where I made a major mistake. I didn't get back to mentally zero. I was still, I guess you could say, 1 or 2 thinking about the most recent trade. I didn't mentally calm down. I forgot to do this important thing here and breathe. Got that combine. Quickly started taking very, very stupid trades. I took a buy here. Price shot up. We did not create a new. This is where I messed up. Let me delete this real quick. We did not create a new higher high. Price just pushed up, came back, respected this 13 EMA, and I entered. This triggered me in at this candle and then quickly lost. See, that's where the rules are important. I didn't get that new higher high, and I ended up choking that trade on the new combine, which ultimately sent me into just taking stupid trades. At this point, I was hell bent on buys, and I just kept clicking buy. Ended up blowing that combine. At that point, I finally took my deep breath. And it's funny how things work like that, because in between that, I told myself I at least needed a 10-minute break. In between, I blew my combine taking trades within here. Legit afterwards, this is where the market has a funny way of doing things. When you're supposed to be calm, if you were just patient, if I was just patient enough, because look, price created a new lower low. Boom, we broke this low. Price came back, retested the 13 EMA. Step 2, step 3, a wick off the 13 EMA. As soon as that happened, next candle, get my short tool. Boom, next candle. Clean this up. Stop loss above the wick, and legit, all I needed was 5 points in my combine, because 3 contracts, 5 points. That's, oh, my bad. Don't even know how I did that. 1 sec. Let me see if I can control Z it. No. 1 sec. Oh, that's sweet and all, but how do I get my? I don't know what this thing is. Oh, okay. I see what I did there. Okay, my bad. Let me get back to where I was. Make sure everything's back in frame. Alright, so back where I was saying, if I would have just stayed patient, all I needed was 5 points. But the market, a little bit of patience is all I needed. And as you see, the market did a little bit more than just give 5 points. Ended up actually giving 50 points. And if I was just patient, would have waited for my setup, I just needed a small sliver of this. But I paid my price a little bit. I stayed patient enough. At this point, price is at a close your eyes and sell opportunity. So once I got price to finally start pushing down here, I just waited for one of these small pullbacks. I wasn't too hell-bent on my rules because I'm going to combine at this point. I just needed something clean, which this was the cleanest. But at this point, I seen the market bleed, and I'm like, let me just at least be a little strict on rules, but not too crazy, because I'll miss the opportunity. So somewhere around here, I believe it was this pullback. I got one, entered, break a candle. I was able to TP. Yeah, I was able to TP. So there or here. I had to check my chart. But that's how this morning went. So now I'm 0-1 on the funded, and then I'm halfway on a fresh combine there. That's how my morning went. I was thinking about trading the combine tonight. We'll sit on that idea. I'm in no hurry to. Not all week. And the market's giving stuff like this to where it looks super clean for sales. Not anymore because that candle did not respect the 13 EMA. But then now I'm looking at it like buys. Nothing clean here for me. If I was trading the 5 minute, I like buys here, but I do not trade the 5 minute, so I sit on hands. That's enough of me yapping for the time being. Let me go ahead and turn the jams on. Let's see what the market gives us. Let's see. I thought we were gonna shoot up here, but at the moment we're moving a little slow. See what it gives. It's looking really clean off the 5 minute, like we're about to shoot up a little bit, but we hesitated, we're failing at the moment to push up. Kind of moving sideways slow. Let me go ahead and turn on my music on my end here, so I'm not just awkwardly sitting in silence. I'm on micro at the moment. I'm just on the practice. I was thinking about trading my my combine. I ended up getting halfway on the combine. I was thinking about trading it tonight, but with the market, unless I see something super clean, right now I'm just on micro gold on the practice account, messing around a little bit. But like I said, unless I see price start to pick up, I'll just be chilling. But again, not opposed to seeing what's up. Someone got the dog riled up, huh? So something like this. Now we're starting to create a lower low here. However, just on that 5 minute, 5 minutes looks a little too bullish. So it might not even be worth me risking on the funded or in the combine. I'm pretty sure I have a delay on the live. So again, if you understand the strategy, if you need help with it or not, let me know, because then you can pick up on things like price created a new lower low. Step 1, step 2, pull back to the 13 EMA. Step 3, a wick off the 13 EMA. So this holds off the 13 EMA. I'll be looking for an entry at break of candle, which would be at 45.3. There we go. That EMA held, but that 5 minute just looks so bullish. I don't know what to think right now. But that's what the process and my rules are for. Not for me to think, but for me to follow my rules and just execute. Just finally the shoot up I was anticipating here. I just don't see. I see the market booming up. See, now I am flat on that position. EMA did not hold. I am flat. You're looking for a buy after the confirmation. Is that right? I was looking for a sell there. So my step one is price creates a new higher high or lower low. I'm looking for price to create a higher. If I'm looking for buys, price to create a new higher high, create a lower low, and then buy high or buy low, sell high. So I'm waiting for price to create that lower low and then higher low, and then catch the next leg up. So like price created a new lower low here, breaking this low. So this is the new lower low. I'm essentially waiting for it to create a lower high, which would be here, respecting my 13 EMA. And that's what I would have been looking for sales. But as soon as it disrespected and closed above that 13 EMA, I went flat on the trade. Overall, I do think buys. I'm looking at the 5 minute. At the 5 minute on the side here as well. The 5 minute. Let me see if I can pull it up. See, following my exact rules, price created a new higher high. Boom. Step one, price creates a new higher high. So now I'm looking for a higher low to hop in. Price created a new higher low right here. Respects to the EMA. So now I'm looking for a break of candle for entry. So boom. Stop loss under that wick. Stop loss would have been right there. And then TP. Let's go either 5 points. 5 points. If I'm trading the combine tonight, it'd be 5 points. So I was trading the 5 minute. That would have been the trade would have been looking for. But I cheated the 5 minute. Started out on the 5 minute, but prefer the 1 minute. Yeah, RSI was showing it was oversold, so it has to go up. I see it. I most definitely see the setup and the opportunity being presented there. Now, with that being said, if I can get some setup that can confluence, or my setup to confluence off of it, I would happily hop in it. But until then, I'm a sitting duck. For that, I like the would not be opposed, because the higher time frame is telling me buys. So now I'm just waiting for the lower time frame, the 1 minute here, which I'm on right now. That's what I enter off of, to match up with it. So I would want this high to be broken and then come back and tap that. See, now if I get that, I'll possibly hop on the combine there and hopefully get nice and funded tonight, which would be dope. Cause I might if I'd possibly get funded tonight, I may start trading the no activation fees. So I'll be trading the funded. Cool to take a trade or two on there if opportunity presents itself. I already have a funded, so I'm thinking about everything willing. If I get this one funded, maybe trading it a little different. Maybe not necessarily testing the setup, or testing a new hypothesis I kind of like, or like that's in my head. So just messing around mentally. Let's see if I can have some buys here. Let's go 3. I'm on micros. This is not a good trade because we did not create a new higher high. But I'm just seeing if this EMA holds. Now if you're looking at the 5 minute, I'm on gold. If you're looking at the 5 minute, the 5 minute's starting to look horrible now. Because what do you mean we're wicking? We're shooting up that high, and this is double edge wick. This does not look clean. Go flat on that. Start to push down. It's like, what do we want to arrange here? So this is why I also wait for my higher highs or lower lows to be created. Because if I'm not getting higher highs or lower lows created and the EMA respected, something like this where it warns me that we're in that range, and you really zoom out mentally and look at the 13 EMA, we're cutting straight through price. So I get my strategy is called GF13, which is gold flow 13. If gold is not flowing, I'm not trading. So I get something. My EMA is to look a little bit more vertical. I got nothing in this market for me. More of the market's got nothing for me. Oh, my music. I wonder what else markets. I always wanted I think I tried it on NQ. NQ is slow right now as well, so it's not even like a good time to. Not even a good time to forward test trading NQ. I feel like gold's a better. Let me know. I feel like gold's a better market in the slow markets. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I heard a lot of people. Let me see. I might have to look into that. I never used the RSI. I've seen it, never used it. Wouldn't be opposed to it. I'd try it out. And I gotta be careful that I don't got too much stuff on my screen. Cause like I just added the. I guess I can look at it. No, it's different than the VWAP because VWAP's volume. I just added the VWAP not too long ago, which I'm kind of liking it because it's X. It's actually just like my 200. The VWAP's flat, just no volume, obviously. And I'm looking at it again, looking for the flow of the market. So until I get volume to actually pick up, then I don't got nothing. I don't got none. Anybody chat? You see anything you like? You want to in here? See anything you like? And for me, I'm sitting on my hands. Anybody got any ideas of the market they're cooking up? And again, I'm looking at the gold market, but whatever you're looking at, do you have anything transpiring, anything cooking up? Any big confluences lining up? I keep looking at my phone to start my music and keep forgetting to start my music. It's two back and forth for the 13. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. We're just moving sideways. It's flat. I got the little box drawn up. The support resistance traders, they're dialed in. They're probably catching a bag right now, having a field day, which this was happening in November. Although this wasn't really happening towards open. Open was still good. I got a nice little fake out before the actual setup happened, which I gotta live with, part of the game. Again, if I was patient enough, waited for that second setup. There was a second setup there in the sell side. That was very, very nice. Let's see what the slow markets give us. The snail mail. Snail candles. Man, hopefully get something to pick up. Send out a. Might as well send out a message out to the community, see if anybody wants to hop in the live. Like these might be better than the lives in the morning. Lives in the morning a little bit more dialed in, and also a little bit more quiet. This is great after hours to ask questions, Q&A, back test, take trades that happen. I'm just looking for a new. At this point, I don't even that higher high or lower low. It has to be some nice momentum. I need price to kind of shoot one way with clean pullback. I don't want fake outs. Time is low-key flying tonight, especially for this to be the slowest night in the markets. The last 2 nights I've already been in trades. It's already almost 9 o'clock. Send this out. For anybody who'd like to take the opportunity to join. Get my music back on while we just patiently wait. At this point, I might need this. This high to get broken. Maybe this low broken. See, I want the highs to get broken because at this point, if we start shooting towards the lows, then we gotta fight through the VWAP and fight through the 200. That's just a lot of markers we can get reversed at, fight against. At this point, who wants to risk it? Who wants to risk it? I'd rather just wait for momentum or buy opportunity. So I'll write that now. Boom. I'll take the trade on the practice account if it's a sell, but only taking trade on combine. Only taking the trade on the combine if it's a buy opportunity. So that is my rule for the night at this very moment. Let's make that bigger. So right now I'm only taking trade on combine if it's a buy opportunity. That is the rule I'm setting for myself. If sell, only taking on practice. Now I do get a buy opportunity depending on what time it was. I still might take it on the practice. To me, it's not worth, especially the way it's moving now. I would need something crazy to pop off. Let me check news, see what news talking about. What's today, the 2nd? And there's no news, no red folder or orange folder news, so there's nothing to really, unless we get a tweet or something from Trump, nothing catalytic to move this market here. Something up. This might be a short night for me. I'll probably go on until 9:30, unless hopefully we get something beforehand or something cooking up. No, I love to stay on. But until then, we relax, chillax, and chill. This is good. This is good practice, just to watch the market, see how candles move. Practice sitting on your hands. Practice chillaxing. Being able to watch candles and not get FOMO or want to hop in something. Especially now, especially in these slow markets. During market open, 9 times out of 10, you're not getting slowness like this. So if you can sit through this, when your trade has not happened and you're getting FOMO in real time, just remember there's times like this, and like, okay, when candles were moving really slow, I was able to sit on my hands, so why not be able to sit on my hands now? Is the volume? Is this some volume starting to pick up? This is the other thing. For me to hit TP on my combine, I need a 5-point move. I don't think this whole range is 5 points. Okay, maybe a little bit more. This range is 6 points, so I would need it to break out the same size as this range and what I'm used to in 2 to 3 candles. That's some broke. How so? Explain to me how is this some. I don't think I cuss on here. Some broke shit. Still stuck in this range. I wouldn't be surprised if we head back to the bottom. I wish I could have my chat up here. I need some chiller music for the night. Please do a drive-by comment. Some drive-by hating. I didn't even get an explanation. Love it though. This is my least favorite time to trade, when the markets is ranging. See what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow's the 3rd. I was start getting prepped for that a little bit. Yeah, I got no either. I got no clue. I wish you would at least explain why. I love, but he just came in, dropped through real quick. Said something real quick, dipped out. I love that stuff though. See, I wish you would have stayed because it would have made my night to at least have some type of entertainment or conversation throughout the night. Because now I'm just chilling, just trying to yap a little bit to make the markets move a little quicker. So if you would have stayed, at least would have been some fun convo. Would have been some W rage bait going on, but what he dropped the comment and moved quick. So what we got? We got some red footer news in the morning. Non-farm employment. I haven't heard of NFP in a while. That's just NFE, non-farm employment. Some orange footer in Europe, and then some at the top of the hour. 30 minutes after open, ISM services PMI. So we got some decent news. Maybe that's why the market's moving slow at the moment. It's cooking up for that. It has 4 or 3 about 4 hours there's news. No 4 or 5 hours. I'm Eastern Standard Time. We got different time zones here. I don't wanna. For me it's 2:30 a.m. Right now it's 9 p.m. So middle of the night, got some news. They got some CPI over there. And we got some decent news in the morning to look out for, which would be exciting to see. Hopefully we get some nice opportunity off for that. Market's starting to drop down a little bit. Now, is this a new lower low being created, or is this just support being retested? The way it's been moving, I would put my money towards the support. I wanted to hop in. I was gonna hop in and buy just for the fun of it, but just because I messed up, or not, I guess I could say messed up. Taking some accountability. Since I wasn't patient today in the markets, I am going to practice being patient and waiting for actual things to line up instead of just taking for F's of it trades. So I'm gonna practice my patience tonight. Roll it over into the morning. Yeah, for sure. I think the same thing. Again, I'd like to see some lows getting taken out. We got the top of the hour in 2 minutes, minute and a half. Hopefully, maybe a breakout, some momentum there. How do people in the Asian markets? How do people in Asia trade? Like, I would hate to this would be my full-time trading hours. The volume just they wouldn't imagine this is your regular trading hours, like you have no choice, and then start trading at open. They get wrecked. They wouldn't know what hit them. They see news come out and just see the craziest candle. Cause this is insane. Let me see. Let's take the ballpark. The ballpark of this is about 5 to 6 points. At open, a 5-point candle happens in 2 candles, sometimes 1. I think there was a news candle last night that was 30 points. So you might get spikes like that. But I like it consistently. Oh, so they get some momentum pushing down. Will it hold though? I want to see that low. That's why I got this little box here. This is the big box is my range, just an estimated range area. I want to start to see this low get broken, and I just dragged it over. So I either see that low get broken or we shoot back up to the resistance. Okay, I see it. I see it potentially happening on the. I see the potential on the 5 minute that this could start pushing down. But as I say that, it respects the support. We'll see. You see this Let's see what this candle does. This is the top of the hour volume coming in here. So a down up candle, does that mean get some momentum to the upside? I was even about to entertain a sell there. That's why I got a little locked in. I was going to entertain taking a sell there that EMA held, but nothing. I believe it's the Asian session. I know it's the Asian session. What time does? I don't think London starts at the moment. London is I know it's for sure the Asian, but I know Asian and London overlap at some time. See what time is. Okay, so well, we just got out of it. So, that's GMT. What I need EST. EST. So the Asian session starts. I'm Eastern Standard Time. The Asian session starts at 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then the London session starts at 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See, that doesn't. I could have swore there was a. That's saying that as soon as Asian goes, London starts. But I swear there's a overlap. Or maybe there's not. There might not be a. Let me dive deeper into this, because I know there's an overlap between London and New York for a little bit. Really, I didn't know daylight saving times had an effect on trading. But it doesn't. So I gotta swear there's a. Okay. Here we go. Exactly. This is what do you usually trade in Asian? I always trade gold. I'm always trading gold. You'll see me on gold. I am. So right now I'm on micro gold, but I was looking for a setup on my combine if buys hopped up. So boom, we finally got buys. We finally got a breakout I'm loving this. I'm going to switch over to my combine to where I will be trading regular gold for 3 gold coins. There we go. Appreciate that. I would have been talking all night. I would have been talking all night to myself. All right, at the moment, what I was saying is I put my reminder here to breathe, because as traders we get tense and we don't notice it. Heart rates start to shoot up, and unless you're literally recording yourself trade, you forget to breathe. You don't notice it. You might get tight in the face. Muscles start to get tight. So I like to put this here. I'll put it bigger, just as a reminder that every time I look at it or notice it, just to take a deep breath. Understand that the setup's coming, especially times like this. Step 1, new higher high. Now I'm waiting for step 2, step 3 to play out. Take a deep breath. Be patient. Wait for things to play out. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can move on. If it does, calmly act according to. But until then, we'll wait. Almost got we finally got a breakout. Something worth watching here. Let's see. Start typing out my rules as well. Step 1. Right now, price. I'll just put new higher high. Step 1, new higher high. Let's make this smaller. 20 should do it just right. Then step 2, step 3, get a little bit more room here. Text box. Step 2, pull back to 13 EMA. Step 2, pull back to the 13 EMA. Make sure it taps and touches the 13 EMA. Yup. Must touch 13 EMA. Step 3, a wick off that 13 EMA. So that's what we're waiting for at this moment, which might get here, maybe not. Make this smaller again. 20 might be too big. Try 16. To where we'll get step 4 and step 4.5, which is our entry and stop loss. So since we're looking for so we're looking for buys. Step 4, what is it? Enter, break of candle. Enter break of candle, and then stop loss below wick. So this I'm gonna keep step 4 out of the frame, So right now we're waiting for step 2 and step 3. A pullback to the 13 EMA and that tap. See if I can just clean this up here. We'll just keep this in the corner as we wait for that. So right now we're waiting for step 2, a pullback to the 13 EMA, which we will hopefully get step 3, a wick off the 13 EMA, which we're starting to get a pullback here, which is nice. Always need respect. Again, step 2 must touch that 13 EMA. So this is a pullback, but I'm strict on wanting to actually see it go through that 13 EMA. That's sometimes I get clicked like that. I'm a little bit impatient, and it gets close to the 13 EMA, rejects off of it, didn't touch the 13. Most likely, or most of my winner or losers there. So just being that little differential thing there is important to, and can make or break a night, a morning, a trading account. Was it 912? Okay, I like this. If I can get a setup coming off of 915, maybe it's 915. Wanna give me volume? I like to get, especially because that would be a start of the new 15-minute candle. Start of the new 15-minute candle. I like to pull back, tap my 13 EMA, showing that on the 1 minute, for it to continue to push up. That would be ideal. Look up on my phone, pull up trading view, look what the 15 minutes talking about. Trading view. Okay, see, this is where it's important to be patient. We got close to that 13 EMA, but we did not tap the 13 EMA. I want to see some action. Just a little bit more. It's just a little bit more patience. So let's see, the 15-minute. Okay, I would like that. The next 15-minute to open up, push down a little bit, tap our EMA on the 1 minute, and then proceed to push up. I see the potential. About a minute and a half, a little less. Tap the 1 minute, pulled back. See, on mine it pulled back, but didn't exactly tap my 13 EMA. It got close. Let me see if I could zoom in. I got this. The fact that I could draw this box in between. Well, now I'll push up a little bit. Pushed up. There's still a gap. That's just, to me, it's major. I want to actually see it tap it. To me, that's not actually tapping the 13 EMA. It's the difference of it going through the EMA and it not. As I say that, it starts pushing up, but still got to be strict to my rules. See, the fact that it's only a 1, that's just not bad during this time of hour. A 1 point move and that little push, that's valid. Again, I'm looking for 5 points. 5.2, 5.3. Maybe just 5.1. But mainly 5 point. It definitely tapped on mine. If it tapped on yours, I would not be if you were able to hop in that fire for sure. It might have. I think. Let me see. Let me check something real quick. If you're on micro, Yeah, I don't know why it keeps going mute. It's not you. It's definitely me. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I might be accidentally clicking something, but yeah, sorry about that. It keeps muting. Okay, the background. Put no mic here. I should be back up. I don't know. I have it. What you call it? Hotkeys, function keys, something like that. To where if I click a button, it mutes me and unmutes me. But I haven't clicked it, so I'm not sure why it keeps muting me there. Sorry about that. But what I was saying, what I was trying to say is, if it tapped for you and you were able to get break of candle for an entry, and then if you're in this, your stop loss obviously entry break of candle, stop loss below that wick, and then TP, depending on what account you're trading, how you're feeling, your risk and whatnot. TP can discretionate. But for me, I want to see it. Like I said, I want to see it go through that EMA and respect it there. I missed the opportunity. To me, it wasn't my opportunity. Even a pullback here, because so we broke that major high, starting to float up. Look at this as well. Price created a new higher high, made a smooth pullback, created a new higher low. Let's make this a little smaller. And then we broke this low, or not this low, broke this high here. And now I'm just waiting for step 2 and step 3 here. Something clean in my eyes. For me to say, yeah, let's pull that trigger, but until then. Until then, I sit. I don't know why it keeps. Alright. See, this is what I count as a tap. That clearly is a tap to me on my screen. That is tap. See, now I would be looking for insert at break of candle. So as that respected, I would be looking for a buy at 42.55.3 for 3. Make sure I'm on gold. 3 gold contracts. It's a stop buy order. Entry at 42.55.3. TP would be what? 42.60.3. So it'd probably be 42.60.4 would be that. 13 EMA, 13 exponential moving average. The average of the last 13 candles. I have a couple EMAs on my screen. I have the 13, which since we're trending heavy here, that's all you can see. I have the 50 on here as well. I have the VWAP on here as well, and I have the 200. And then whatever number I say, and then EMA is just the average of those last candles. So 200 EMA is the average of the last 200 candles. 50, average of the last 50. VWAP's the volume. What do you mean VWAP? VWAP, to me, it's just volume. I don't know what everything else stands for. See, I do not like that. The fact that this candle did not wick back off, I'm going to go flat. So right now I don't have any set up because now we just broke this low. So I am back at square one. Back at square one. Let's just push up. I'm gonna take this. I don't like this. I don't feel confident taking that on the combine, but I'm willing to test it out on the practice account. If this candle, this has to be this candle, ended up pushing back above, pushing it back above that EMA, and then getting break a candle off of this candle. See, didn't get the break a candle off of that, so I'd flatten all of them. So right now I'm flat, no trades taken. Didn't get an entry, didn't get a clean, something clean that I liked. Waiting patiently. Back to sitting on my hands. I should keep these on my screen at all times. It makes trading easier. It's a reminder, quick reminder. If I can't place it's like a puzzle piece. If I can't place my pieces as I'm trading, call up my steps. Don't take the setup. It's as simple as just following the rules. Advertisement. You see, any guesses on where price is going? Personally, I think we might go to 42.50. Might retest those 50 levels and shoot back up, or we might get stuck back going into this range. Hopefully not. Hopefully we retest these 42.50s. That becomes resistance, becomes support, and we start to shoot back up. That would be more entertaining and more price action savvy or happier to see. But if we get stuck right back into this range, and then man, unless you caught the breakout, throw the whole night away. Looking at the 15 minutes going down. I can see the 15 minute going back up. Got it here on my phone. On Trading View, it's pushing down at the moment. You never know with these candles at this time, but I can see this here being a wick. Seeing the 15 minute push back up. Here's these 42.50. So yeah, I could see price tapping these 42.50s right here, making a stand and pushing back up. That's my hypothesis number one. Hypothesis number two is we push back into this range that's between the 50s and 50s and 45. So we either get stuck back in range or so resistance turning into support. Could have put after you had a confirmation under the 13. I'm learning. Hold on. Put in 1 second. Five minutes on the phone, but what about on the stream? 5 minutes on the. What do you mean? 5 minutes on the phone, but what about on stream? Could you have called a put after you had a confirmation under 13? I'm learning. You could. I've looked at it like once my setup fails for the buys, if we break under that 13 EMA, like say I was looking for this to shoot back up. The way I've tested that though, I would need it to push back under and then wick off the EMA and then break a candle. So this candle, just the way this candle opened and closed, it just had a top here, no exact clean wick off the 13 EMA and then shot back down. Like to me, that was just like I could see something clean, but if something like that happened, 5 minutes on the phone, but what about on stream? I might be able to split screen it. Actually, I'm at 15 minutes on my phone, so I don't got 3 time frames up at the same time. But I got the 5 minute on. See, I can pull it up here. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together here. Split screen it. What happened? Oh, bear with me. Let's move this over here. Here, I'll keep the rules out of the way. I like them up, but I'll keep them out of the way until game time. I want to keep this up here. Again, bear with me. I'm trying to get the 1 minute and the 5 minute up here. Is that what you mean by that? I just got done taking day trading classes. Just nervous about actually starting. Bro, so taking day trading classes. So like, have you traded? I'm guessing in the, what is it, like the paper trade? Have you paper traded any? Okay, let's get this a little bit more centered. I'm watching on mobile. Maybe that's why it's all squish. No, I said I got it vertical, so It just might overall be squished. Let me know if that's better. I'm splitting the screen. Left side 5 minute, right side 1 minute. I'm trying to figure it out. But hold on, I actually want less. I don't look at the 5 minute that much. That's why, even on my regular screen, I got it smaller, a small sliver. So I'm gonna keep it like that on stream to where I got a little bit of the 5 minute in there. But overall we're looking at the 1 minute here. Oh snap! What, he went flying? Yeah, I did that in the classes. Just doing options was kind of confusing to me. I personally, all right, first things first, I'm a firm believer in, if I don't know, don't say anything. So who am I to give you advice if I don't know on the subject? And that's for anything in life. I know how to trade. I do trading, day trading. I am not that well versed in options personally. It's like when you said put and call, I looked up put and call real quick just to like refresh to my head which one was a put, which one was a call. I don't trade options. At the end of the day, it's all the markets, all trading. But like, I looked at options trading. I'm pretty sure options trading is a little different on how you enter. But overall, either way, it's hop in the live market. I recommend hopping in the live markets, because that's when you really learn. Don't be scared. Put a small amount in. To me, a good amount to start out was $100. I recommend everybody, if you're going to start out live, to start out with $100. I don't even recommend people really starting out. I guess nowadays a little bit different. I recommend people doing paper trading for a week at most. Where I would assume that we all went to grade school growing up, had some education, so you understand patterns. All school is this pattern recognition. So once you can learn the strategy, all of the strategy is knowing the pattern of what to do, following the steps. I got 4 steps. Once you understand all 4 steps, you're chilling. So like, get dialed in with your strategy. I feel like it shouldn't take that long, and then from there, just hop in the live market. $100 to start with $100. I like to say everybody kind of lose $100, but save up $100. What do you got to do? Just get the $100, throw it in the market. Be okay with understanding that you might not get that $100 back. Just have fun with it. Trade. Easier to make money with options, right? It's not what it's what I've heard. Could be wrong. The trend is your friend. Facts. So overall, the trend is your friend. Facts. Easier to make options. I'm not 100%. I can't. I've never traded options, so I'm not sure. I've never heard that before. But again, I'm not in the options trading space, so I'm. It's hard for me to put my 2 cents in the options when I have not personally traded it. But other way, trading is trading. So my advice is to hop in the market, hop in the live market, $100. See what you can do. You make money, you make money. If you lose, you most definitely get the lessons and the experience. I feel like that's more important than making money, especially when you're first starting out. So dip your feet in, see what happens, have fun, stay calm, be patient, see what you can do. Give yourself that real world experience. 4255.6 would have to be broken for the new higher. 42556. Yeah, about that area. For me to be, just about that area. I have 4255.4, but same difference. 2-point difference. I want a paper trade for a few weeks to make sure I've got my trends down. Let's move. But I don't. All right, so new higher high. Boom. Step 1. Real quick. And then I'll come back to that. Step 1, price created a new higher high. I'm gonna just rock on the practice account tonight. I'm not about to force anything on the combine. I'd rather wait till I got some real motion in the market open when I regularly trade. But yeah, no, for sure. Especially because it's December, it'd be cool. It's the last month of the year. Paper trade this whole month, and then for the new year, start a live account. Save, like I said, $100. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I don't recommend starting off with something crazy. If you do lose it, it's your first time in the live market. At this moment in life, you don't really know how you react in the live market. So something small like $100. Once you feel comfortable, start off the new year with a $100 account. say you do start growing that $100, building it up slowly, and then as you start feeling more comfortable, start getting your more footing, start to understand yourself a little bit more, then that's when you can just add into the pot. But I like starting off with, well, that's another thing. Options is different. You need a certain amount to even start off trading in options, don't you? I think that's another reason I didn't start options. It just, I know you have to have a, I guess bankroll would be the word to take some option trades more comfortable, because compared to forex or futures. I started off in forex, so for me, putting $100 in the account was, I can make $2, $3, $4 in a swing trade off a $100 account, or I could trade. I remember I was trading cents, making pennies, 25, 15 cents. With the experience, because at that point I was trading 50 lines on one chart, gaining experience. Quickly realized my second year of trading that was not the way to trade. But I was most definitely, I can look back and laugh and say I was that trader who had 50 lines on their chart. I wish I would have had a picture. I have my data, all my other data, as far as what I was making, what I was losing, up, down, what pair I traded. But as far as, let me see, as far as the actual trade I've taken, maybe I can look back. Maybe I'll do that one night. All right, so boom, step one, price created a new higher high. See, this one I don't like watch the 5 minute, but the 5 minute looks bullish. I like this. I'm on micro, waiting for that break of candle at 4255.6 is break of candle entry. So boom, price created a new higher high. We got a pullback to the 13 EMA. It actually touched that 13 EMA. Boom. Step 3, a wick off the 13 EMA. Wicked off the 13 EMA. Step 4, we enter at the break of candle. Stop loss will be below the wick. Break of candle at this very moment is 4255.6, which we are about to be triggered into. Order filled. So boom, we have just got triggered into that. Stop loss below the wick. And now I wanted to be, I'm going to practice, but I'd rather have been on micro. And then 1,000. And then I would have, if I was on the combine, I'm going for a 1,020, a 5-point move. So my TP would be at 4260.7. Let me find out I should have been on the combine with this trade. Jokes. I'm going to have a good bit to trade with me, but I'm going to start out loans. Yeah, for sure. You don't want to be that's hard. It's a double-edged sword. Because I almost definitely be like, if you got it, throw it in there, see what you can do. Because say you start out banging, then you're always looking. I don't know. When starting out, I'd rather be that trader who can look back and say, man, if I had that amount in there, I would have made X amount. Instead of being the trader of, I had all this in there and now I'm at zero. So most definitely, based off those two scenarios, see which one you want to be. It's always cool to, it's like leaving someone on the table. It's perfectly fine to leave someone on the table. So especially when starting out. So yeah, take your time with it. No rush. I just realized something. I hopped in a sell here when I should have been in a buy. I hopped in it. Well, I'll still let it play. So act like I'm on the practice account. So it is what it is. So act like this is my stop loss and then this is my take profit. And I'm actually in buys here. But I clicked the wrong button and I am in the opposite of what I asked for it to be in. Nice. Someone just texted me they passed their combine fire. That's a bit of FOMO, I reckon. Nah. See, now, if I was actually on again, I'm on my practice account right now. If I was actually on my combine or actually on an account, I probably would have been sick. We might have got an episode of some tilt here for you guys. But since it's like again, it's my practice account, so I'm all right with letting the trade play out and just mentally mentally acting like my stop loss is where, oh, you can see it. My stop loss is where, hold on, let me clean it up so you guys can see entry and stop loss. 1 second. I'm gonna move the 5-minute back over. Get that out of the way. I might make everything a little better here. Okay, yeah, so you see the red lines, the red lines entry. The red box is supposed to be my TP, and then obviously the green box is supposed to be my stop loss, but I entered on the wrong side position. But this is exactly, see, ordered me a dual monitor on Black Friday. Fire. No, that's nice. A dual monitor. I've thought of getting a dual monitor. Either that or I just have one monitor here, and then at the office I got one monitor. I want one of those. I just got a regular monitor. I want one of those curved ones. Either that or 2 monitors. I've thought about getting another monitor. Just see if I'm gonna be streaming. I did make little things easier. I guess I kind of do have not 2 monitors for streaming. I got my laptop here where I'm reading comments off of, and then got my computer registered here. But a dual monitor, fire. That should most definitely be fun. Well, if stop loss / TP gets hit, this be a nice trade. I'll break it down real quick. This is exactly what I look for every morning I trade. Step 1, price created a new higher high. So boom. And then obviously it's vice versa. If I'm looking for sales, right now I'm looking for buys. Price created a new higher high. And then, which would be right here, it pulled back. Zoom in a little bit. Pulled back to the 13 EMA. And then must touch 13 EMA. So it actually pulled back and touched my 13 EMA. Blasted through it a little bit. Step 3, a wick off the 13 EMA. As you see, it wicked up. And as soon as I got that, I am in play for step 4. Enter at the break of candle. So for buys, it's at top of that candle. For sales, is the bottom of that candle. And then, so I enter that break of candle. The stop loss for buys is below the wick. For sales is above the wick. So that is what I am currently in at the moment. And then, of course, bro, get the curve. You can split the screen. That's one where I can have trading view and IBK on the same screen. Nice curves. Yeah, okay. I'm almost definitely look into that. True, cause I don't know how big my monitor is now. Not that big. I mean, I can. I don't know. It's hard to. I can split screen, but not. Most definitely, if I had a curved monitor like those, especially looks like those crazy ones where it might take up my whole desk. That'd be fire. You were trail stop loss. Do I ever trail my stop loss? And I'm thinking about it because I feel like I'm trying to think what would make me trail my stop loss. Sometimes I do. You have key binds, I'm sure. I'm not sure what key binds are. For me to trail my stop loss, it would be on a funded account. I don't trail my stop loss. I either for the most part I let stop loss get hit or take profit get hit or stop loss get hit. If I'm on a combine and I see price rip up and I'm 3/4 of the way there, I wouldn't necessarily trail it. I would go break even if I get like $100 because I most definitely been there, but I got $100 away from TP being halfway on the combine or past the combine and it reversed on me. So nowadays I just move to break even or halfway through, but break even. I'm alright with break even. It's just a reset. If I get halfway, then I get flustered trying to make the other half. So just break even is the easier route to go for me on that one. Let me see. If I get another setup off here, I'll go flat and then actually get in the right position. Let's see. Just make sure you got the profit locked in. I mean, yeah. Depends. Like I said, it depends. I rather. Hold on, I'm watching this trade. I probably should. If I get super close to TP, I probably should. Depends if because I've seen more trade. I've seen a decent amount of trades get close to TP, reverse, and then might come back to entry to where if I got out break even there, I would have got out, but then go back up. Or like sometimes a lot in my trade, I was going to see if it happened here, which it still might. To where, or like Sunday night's live stream, if you just zoom through that one, I got, if price comes back and creates another setup in the same trade I'm already in, I'll scale in. Stream Deck, not so familiar with the Stream Deck. Context clues, I'm sure that's just to help people stream. But no, I don't really trail that much. Probably not as much as I should. Depends my risk. Like I said, I'm alright. I rather just see stop loss get hit. I'll close my losses early. I'll do that before I trail the trade. Or scale out. I'd rather scale out than trail. Easy. So just yeah. Catch it. Thanks for stopping in. Check DMG. Pleasure having you in tonight. I should be live the rest of the week if you're free throughout the night or whatever time it is for you. Stop in, come chat, trade, and kick it. So set up for a buy. Oh, it's okay. I understand. I understand what you're talking about. I forget the other word for it. For Forex, it's called. If you know who Raja FX is, Raja Banks, he had his own thing. I understand what you're talking about though. No, that's fire. That's fire. I wonder if you can have that for futures. For let's see if I can show it. Someone Topstep right next. You can have it hotkeys. You can have hotkeys on here. Let me see. Oh, so it's not even. It won't show it. But if you go to settings on Topstep and then go to hotkeys, you can have something like that to where you click a certain button and it'll get you in, and then like you get to like the top dog levels to like the hedge fund levels. They got it. That's what the whole keyboard is. If that's what you mean by Stream Deck. You might have a whole keyboard like that, but that top level, they'll have the whole keyboard. It's just buttons. It'll get you halfway out. Move your stop loss to a certain amount. Move your TP to a certain amount. They got the tech out there. That's for sure. That's fire though. If that's what you're getting. That's fire. I almost got something like that for Forex. I forget what it's called. I wish I remember what it called. What it was called. It was all like rainbow colored and stuff. Let me do some research real quick. Something calculator. One sec, because it's gonna be stuck in my head all night. Trading calculator. I don't even know what to. Magic keys. Yeah. So they have that in Forex where you can have magic keys, and it's just like, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I keep forgetting I have a computer right here. What is? It's just a certain button. What is this after hour trading? It's 10 p.m. here. This right now is Asian session, I believe. What is this after hour trading? Question mark. It's 10 p.m. here. I got one, but I only with 6 keys. No, that's fire. That's a W investment. That's for sure. I didn't even realize it was. See, it's 9:45 for me. I didn't realize it was that late. Time is moving for me. At this moment, I'm watching this trade. I might close it at break even just because got in at the wrong end, but who knows? I got a little bit of time. We'll see how the market opens up. But no, yeah, getting magic keys is a W investment as a trader, especially if you get used to it. Get your settings all dialed in and whatnot. See your price goes to TP, which is gonna be bittersweet because my stop loss is my TP. But okay, so unless you're same time zone somewhere else, Eastern Standard Time. That's where I'm at. This is very, very, very after hours, late market trading for me as well. That's for sure. I should have at break even there. I should have reversed the position. Got in what I actually wanted to get in. That's all right. Go Dogs. See, there's a lot of dogs. Georgia dogs, Browns dogs, East Coast. There's a lot of dogs. There's a lot of dogs could be referring to. I don't think it was much volatility this time. No. Sometimes. I mean, the market is like, it's not. It looks clean at the moment. Sometimes it opens up. Sometimes you'll get crazy nights, crazy nights, and then sometimes you get nothing. The one and only dogs. I wish that guy was still here to see my fight. No facts. Sikkim Bama. Those dogs. I see. Those dogs. See, okay, so for disclaimer, I'm from Ohio, so dogs for me might be the Bulldogs, as in the Cleveland Browns there. But you're talking about the Georgia Bulldogs. And then for college, we got two fans. Of course, OH. I don't care what you say about them dogs, but they're not touching them Buckeyes. And then SEC, I gotta throw the Longhorns up for Texas there. But yeah, we'll see. You guys should beat Bama. Should. Keyword should. I'm gonna hop off unless TP or stop loss gets hit before then. I'm gonna hop off here at 10. Kick it around for the next 12 minutes. Unless, of course, TP or stop loss gets hit. I just saw this message. Heck no, horns down. Oof. Oh man. Listen, I'm only gonna let that slide because you guys beat us twice last year. So at this moment, you got and you guys made the playoffs this year. Or just hate to see us come in LO. Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't. I think he played you guys second game last year because I think what's his name? Quinn was doing bad. I believe that was the second game. And Quinn or tried to take over. Could not pull out the dub. Yeah, he started the warm up second half here. We'll see if he finish off. If we see we win our bowl game, then get some momentum going into next year. I thought most definitely we're gonna have a better season. Starting off week 1 with Ohio State. I'm not a really a sports gambler, but I had some money in that game. I just could have swore I was gonna win. Did not. Good luck to those Bulldogs. You guys, what time you guys played? Friday or Saturday? That's a come on. Yeah, no, that was fire. That was a great way to end our regular season. Taking down the ugly side of Texas. That was a fire. That was a good pickup. That was a good pickup to end the regular season off. Hopefully win this bowl game, whoever we're playing. And then get ready for next year. Real question is, who do you think is winning it all? Are you really sticking with the Bulldogs there, or you got respect for the Buckeyes? Yeah, it did. Now you guys gotta capitalize. I didn't even watch the Iron Bowl. Put us in. Go Dogs. I respect it. I respect it. Facts. Let me actually look at that. I know. Let's see. Obviously, Ohio State versus Indiana, Georgia versus Alabama. Why did they do this? North Texas versus Tulane. I've not seen either of those team plays this year. Maybe I'll watch that. BYU versus Texas Tech. That should be good. Duke versus Virginia. That should be good. The two main ones I'm looking for is Georgia and Alabama, and Indiana and Ohio State. Both of those would be fire. And we're still, yeah. That'd be fire to watch. I'm saying, don't be surprised if Ohio State blows them out. We've seen it last year in the playoffs. Except for Texas, I would, as a Texas fan, Texas sold that. We lost on a whole game. We lost on 3 plays. 3 plays sold us the whole game. That one at halftime. The last play of the game, where pick 6 or something like that at the end zone, and something else stupid. But 3 plays cost us that game, cost us the national championship. But as an Ohioan, I'll take it. As my second team. Playing this SEC title game, we wouldn't have played for 5 weeks. Yeesh. Oh yeah, for sure. Slow start to come out. Oh yeah, 5 weeks is insane. It's hard to keep people motivated and fired up and ready to go after 5 weeks. And then to start off with a playoff game, firing out on all cylinders. That's a hard one to bounce out of. Went to Athens and we lost. Okay, so yeah, I understand it now. Just that sentence alone just described to me that you're really rocking with the Dogs. You know, I feel it. I got a friend who Ohio State fan. Anytime he went somewhere to watch the Ohio State Michigan game, they lost. But anytime he was at his place, they won. Of course, this last weekend he was home to see if he was the bad luck or not, and they pulled off the dub. So maybe it's good luck for him to stay home and watch the game. So I understand that. I understand the feeling of needing to be in the right place at the right time to give your team that edge for sure. Your trade really did not pull or push, more like it. TP. Good luck though. I'll be watching that game. Oh yeah, no, I respect it. Uh, what do you see the dogs? What do you see the final score being on that? That should honestly be a great game. Why is it negative? You actually, oh, I'm supposed to be in buys. I accidentally hopped in sales. So imagine my red mark is my take profit, and then my green mark is my stop loss. Which at this point, oh, that guy asked me if I trail my trades. He left. This is at something like this. This is what I would, because we finally created a new swing low. So this would be my. I could adjust my stop loss. But at that point, I just put it at break even. But yes, it is negative because I accidentally hopped in sales when I was supposed to be in buys. 24, 21. I did. No, yeah, just switch the green and red. Act like I'm actually in positive. I accidentally hit the wrong button. So I'm just mentally letting it play out. And in my head, I got them switched. 24, 21. But these are comments now, so when the score says that, and you tell all your friends and everybody that you guessed the score, you got the proof. Hopefully 10 o'clock. I'm going to see what 10 o'clock does, and then after that, I'm going to call it from there. Because at this point, hopping on, being in this market this long, it's getting a little OD. And mark my words when I say, watch it be Bama 24. Yeah. Hopefully not. I got a friend who's a Bama fan, so he'd like that a lot. Mark my words when I say these Buckeyes are about to blow out Indiana. Now that if Texas can't have it, the Buckeyes gotta have it. What's the score of the Iron Bowl? That's what I was trying to look up. That was a good game. Alabama versus Auburn, 27-20. Real good game. I didn't know it was that. Didn't even know. After the Ohio State Michigan game, I kind of clocked out there. I've heard that. Would that Bama's gonna win, or is it just the score of 21-21 or 24-21? Again, if you're just tuning in, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. I'm supposed to be in buys right now, so that's why. That's why I'm just chilling and drawdown right now. It's really supposed to be chilling in profit. I'm just letting it ride out. So stop loss gets hit. It's really TP. I'm on a practice account, so that's why I'm letting it ride like this. Don't think I'm insane, but and if the green line gets hit, it's not really profit. It would have been a stop loss getting hit. But at this point, slow markets. See, at this point, 10 o'clock should be. See the 10 o'clock volume picks up. No, Ohio State blowing out Indiana. Oh yeah, Ohio State got it. Mark my words, from here on out, I should. No, from here on out, I was trying to think if there's any other team that could really pose a threat. From here on out, Ohio State is about to blow out every single team. Just like last year, honestly, besides that Texas game, because the Texas game was decent score. Besides that Texas game, Ohio State blew out everybody in the playoffs. From here on out, it's about to happen again. Big Ten, blowout. And from then, playoffs, sweep. Cakewalk. Till. We'll see. I'm gonna come back to this. Let me see here. Let's see if I can pull up a bracket. Are we same side or college football playoff? Bracket's probably not even finalized at the moment, is it? Okay, so we're just 2020. Oh, would it be? All right, yeah. All right, so it'd be opposite side of the bracket. So it would be championship game at this very moment. So the 11th seed has been placed yet. At this moment. Oh, is this year's? Yeah, this is this year's. Okay. Georgia's 11-1. Who'd they lose to? Cause I know you guys beat Texas. I forgot we played you guys. I didn't. That okay. I forgot about that game because legit, I knew it was not about to be good for Texas, so I didn't even watch it. I had more faith in us beating Texas A&M, so I watched that game. But that Georgia game, I did not watch. I knew it was gonna be GGs. Till Final Four. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this as a reminder or chat. And then before that game, if you guys make it that far, before that game, I'll come back to this. Or that week, if you're in the chat while I'm trading or whatnot, we could chat about it. Because till this day, I have not seen a team guard Jeremiah Smith besides Texas. And then when we blocked up Jeremiah Smith, got fried by Carnell Tate. So I don't see other teams doing that. I'm gonna go. Where is there? Is that a break even button? I'm gonna go break even on this. I keep forgetting them. We'll do it like that. The game I went to, we went to play. The game you went to. What game you go to? Alright, so this is gonna get me out break even. He just tapped my TP/stop loss. No chance. Let's hit it. I have to look up something. Bama. What? Bama, Georgia.
Order filled.
Boom! Finally got out of that. That's why I like trading the time I do. TP would have been, or stop loss would have been hit in 3 to 5 minutes. It's 3 to 5 minute time frame there. That is, let's set this right here. That close out. Oh. Let's see. Well, like I said, I'll reach out for you when that time comes. But I'm about to wrap it up here. It's time for me to de-escalate, review a little bit, call it a night. Pleasure for you hopping on. Love the conversation. It is also a lot better when I got people to hop on here with me and chat a little bit about anything outside of trading. You know, I gotta be robotic and all about trading. But thanks for stopping up. That's a wrap for today's session. Whether you took a setup or sat on your hands for most of the time like I did until I took that setup, you showed up, and that's what matters because every rep counts, even the mental ones. If you got value from the stream, hit that like button. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I should be on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Wednesday? Yes, the 3rd. I should be on tomorrow night. If you want to take things further, trade with me live. Get weekly breakdowns and follow the exact process I use to pass Topstep combines fast. hit the first link in the description, and that's how you join MTF. If you want the complete breakdown of the strategy I use that I went over tonight, GF13, Gold Flow 13, then go ahead and check out the second link in the description. That is free. That's my gift to everybody for the holidays. Complete breakdown of the strategy. Checked out, photo examples. A lot of gold in there for sure. And if you're brand new and still learning trading, your foundational stage, you haven't placed that first trade, I have a 0 to 1 guide in the third link in the description that will cut months off your trading curve. And that'll actually help you place your first trade, paper trade or live trading, depending on what market you're in. If that's something you want to get into, first link in the third link in the description. Sorry about that. Most importantly, protect your capital, stay patient, take your deep breath, take your time, and let the markets pay you for waiting. I appreciate every single one of you for being here tonight. I'll see you in the next live. Again, I should be live tomorrow night. Trade smart, stay disciplined, and keep stacking good decisions. Everybody have a good night, morning, evening, depending on where you live. For me, it is nighttime. I'm about to hit the hay here. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Peace.